Hello everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood flamingo Ikuzatakama here, and today we are playing Valorant. We are doing a post-gameplay commentary here, so not live, I'm not talking to you live, but I am actually, giving a critique of my own gameplay because this is how I try to improve my skills over time as I play games. Anyway, this time around, it is 1 week since I tried to pick up using an aim trainer and learn to improve my aim. And so you'll see that my aim is starting to improve, very similarly to some other videos I've been uploading on Counter-Strike 2, for example, where Aim Labs has been starting to pay off as well. Anyway, so yeah, we're just playing Team Deathmatch. I'm just trying to see how I do with my positioning, crosshair placement, and now better aim, and I am terrible at pen flipping. Why? Why am I doing this on camera? I'm not even right-handed. I'm left-handed. I'm not even doing this with my main hand here. I have no idea why I decided to pen flip here. What? One moment. I'm gonna skip. All right, we're back at it, and so anyway, I decided to go with the classic, and the reason why is because, well, I kind of just feel like my one-taps are doing a lot better on the classic than the Ghost, so I am going for the classic. Oh, I'm also playing Phoenix here, so, yeah, so I'm using an agent I'm not really familiar with yet. Anyway, I tried to get this first engagement on the bridge. I decided to try and jump him from the side there, but I do not quite retreat in time when I realize he has reacted to it, and I failed my one-tap. I just did not manage that one well. Anyway, I tried to deal this engagement over here, and that went pretty darn well. Then I tried to stop a little more to fight this guy, and that also went really well. Honestly, I probably could have done really well this match if I didn't decide to overextend into the enemy's territory. I also probably could have managed that particular headshot over there if maybe I had my crosshair more on point. Anyway, I decided to try and use this cool flashbang skill, but I blinded myself by accident in the process. Luckily, I still managed to actually kill the opponent, and then another opponent, and then... Okay, actually, the second opponent got killed by Aether over here. Thank you for saving my butt there. But then I got a double kill in the end on that one, so that was great. Then I tried to pop flash the opponents here, but I managed to flash myself, and... this is why you learn characters and weapons you're unfamiliar with in deathmatch instead of competitive. Well, anyway, now we're on stage 2. I'm using the SMG, and I'm trying to get up close and personal. I make the rookie mistake of not reloading when I should have. Then I decide to head over here, and I gravitate to the sniper rifle, and the reason why is because I have been trying to learn the art of sniping. And, well, anyway, I didn't quite manage that shot or that one, so my ego was ruined. But just as my ego went down, I managed to get one, then two, and then I see this guy, so I decide to try and hold the point here. I could have managed it if I had good crosshair placement, but luckily I did switch to my pistol in time, knowing that sniper rifles are not very good for close range. And then I decide to resume my work here. And then I get this guy. Then I try to move to a slightly different position because I knew that they were going to probably attack from a different position and be pre-aiming where I am. And then I try to take this guy down. I did not get a headshot, but I did get a body shot that apparently did end him. He must have gotten dinked by another player at some point. Well, anyway, then I decide to overextend into here like an idiot, and this is what kills my kill streak. I decide to head around here because, well, I honestly don't know why. I guess maybe it's like a primal instinct of mine to overextend onto the enemies as soon as I start doing well, because apparently there's a subliminal subconscious urge to just overextend the second I start doing well. Whatever it is, it's stupid. And so now I am trying to just get back into some composure here, and then I try to deal with this guy. I go down to literally 1 health, and but you know what? I can probably still manage this. No, you can't. And well, anyway, then I tried to go for a different angle. I know that we have a person over there that's trying to just probably eventually spawn camp on us, but he hasn't pushed yet. So I managed to get killed by the musketeers over on the long section, and I realize that our guy is trying to push. So I wait and line up the hit, and it worked. Then I try to do what I was doing with the sniper rifles, and well, it worked for a little bit. And then we're on the Vandal, and that's when everything turns into endgame, because now everybody's on an even playing field, unless they choose to pick something other than the Vandal, in which case, I mean, okay, maybe the shotguns have some use. I haven't really tried any of the shotguns yet. I really need to try more weapons than just the Vandal. I pretty much immediately gravitated to the Vandal because it kind of just shouted AK-47 to me, so I went ahead and picked it. Anyway, here I and Captain Sandwich are overextending into the enemy's land. We obviously retreat a little when we saw that area denial thing being done, and then I try to take his position, and I try to push. I do get one guy, but for some reason, I immediately look at the minigun and decide, am I going to be amazing with the LMG in an environment other than Counter-Strike? And the answer is absolutely not. Well, anyway, then I head over here. I see that guy approaching from the smoke. I did pop off that guy, but Lavender managed to get me from the off angle. Then I get Lavender from the angle that I was pre-aiming at. Great crosshair placement. And, well, now I am heading over to the defender side alley and pushing with Zoramand over here. Obviously, now that I am not using a sniper rifle or more, long-rangey weapon, I actually do have a chance here, but I kind of decided instead of one-tapping to burst, and that was really a terrible idea because AK-47 or AK-47-like weapons should always be one-tapped, and that is kind of how it goes. So anyway, I now try to fight this person over here. It was kind of sloppy, but I did manage it. And then I see this guy, but I, for whatever reason, decided to push while I was reloading when I should have really retreated for the reload and then popped out when I had a chance. I actually did have the crosshair on him briefly, so I could have managed that if I just didn't make the mistake of reloading at the wrong time or pushing at the wrong time. Well, anyway, now here, me and Captain Sandwich are trying to push over here, and I see that Captain Sandwich is trying to take over the side. And then we try to go for our little overextension here, and we'll see how it goes this time. Anyway, I try to push an angle that he is not pushing because it will make it a lot more difficult for them to do their peek. And anyway, they use an area denial ability. I tried to use my flash. This time I successfully didn't blind myself, but too bad. He used an area denial ability to prevent me from spawn camping. That was probably a good idea. Anyway, I deal with the person that decided to go and spawn camp at our place, and then I see that we have our Brimstone over here, actually, holding the bridge. So I decide to cover his back here and cover this area so he can focus on getting some kills, and I focus on making sure that his kill streak keeps going. And it kind of relegates him to one side of the map, and it's a pretty good strategy, I think, in theory. But anyway, he does eventually get defeated because they pushed over to the other side, and so then I decided to take over. I got 2 kills, probably could have managed the third if my aim were slightly better, and in particular for vertical aiming. One weakness I have in particular I've noted is actually with vertical aim. When it comes to horizontal aim, I just flick with my wrist, and it works pretty darn perfect. I can just pretty much instantly get a headshot. But with verticality, I have to I actually push my entire arm forward and back. And while I can absolutely say use my wrist and arm at the same time for my aiming, it I'm still not very amazing at using my arm to do the verticality stuff yet, so I'm still working on that in Aim Labs, and and that final kill over there, where I finally that final time where I got killed there, is a fine example of where if I improved a little bit on that, I probably could have won that. I definitely think I still need to work on positioning as well, but I kind of feel like if I just get aim out of the way and make sure that it is never the bottleneck, that I can probably just start focusing on other things once aim becomes an instinct. Because back when I was really in my routine with aim labs, I pretty much could just aim without thinking and hit heads, and it was perfectly sufficient. I could, I never really had a situation where aim was why I lost. So I'm trying to get back to that point, because I'm feeling like if I get to that point, I could then use my thinky bits to do all the strategy and positioning and stuff that maybe is a little more important. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Maybe consider hitting the subscribe button as well. And if you do subscribe, maybe also ring the bell so that you'll get notified when I upload another video. See you in the next one. Bye.